Yo,
How's it going, bud?
how are you?
Good.
Cool. Bro, it's been super fun racing with you, dude. You're so quick.
Uh,
Pretty quick.
yeah, I'm getting there.
How long
I'm
you been doing it?
well, I've been playing racing games since like '97,
That's what I mean. It's like, it shows.
but these I kind of stopped playing them for a few years. But I started back again with like 2017, no, 2018.
Like once the game started
Um,
getting really good, like really, really
yeah,
good.
yeah, and I just this one 2020 I'm going no TC,
Oof.
and that's made me a lot quicker.
It is, but I see. I've always done that, like in the past. But for some reason, like these past recent, because I took a break myself for a few years, and then
Yeah.
when I got back into it, like, so I understand like some of the more, the concepts of like uh, etiquette and stuff. But like some of the, like
Mm.
the assist or whatever, I've definitely I went back to like ABS. I went back to traction control because I was on no ABS, no traction way back in the day.
Yeah.
And it feels, I know
Yeah.
how great it feels when you get it down because you can manipulate the car better without the assist.
Right. Yeah. I still use like ABS and uh, automatic transmission just because I mean, I can drive without those, but not while I'm still like getting my feet wet
Yeah, one thing at a time.
with no traction control. But like if you're gonna go no traction control, this is the one to do it. Because like 2019,
It's more
I couldn't
difficult, right?
even yeah I couldn't even do a lap without spinning out on 2019, and on this one, in a 50% race, I'm quote unquote only spinning out two or three times.
Yeah, yeah. Can you bear with me one moment? I'm gonna
Yep,
I'm gonna pour myself another coffee here before we
for
get
sure, bud.
started. And do you know for sure if you have your my audio on the mic sound okay to you?
It's a little tiny bit choppy, but it's not not bad.
Let me see if this is better. Is this any better?
Yeah,
No?
definitely.
Okay. You have the settings so that like your party audio will come out on my broadcast. Do you know?
I'm pretty sure I have it set. Chat audio, prioritize party chat, allow your
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll be right back.
right on.
All right. All right, I'm back.
Cool. Did you guys do
I'm gonna.
comms in the other league before we did the
Oh
merge?
no,
No.
we didn't. But we only had one tier, so everyone that was
Right.
in
Yeah.
was just in the race. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post the link. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, but our league, we kind of just put it together not that long ago, and it grew quite a bit. But we weren't quite at the, we weren't quite big enough to have like 2 tiers. But it was something that we were considering. So all of this was good timing. What about you?
No, not in. Geez, I can't even remember the name of it. The development racing or whatever Shep and
Yeah, development
Coach
racing league.
called it. Yeah, no, there was no comms or anything there. We only just finished third race, I think. Yeah, we only did 3 races. Like this weekend would have been China.
No wonder everyone
Really?
was trying to run China during races this week.
Yeah.
Everybody was in China mode.
Yeah, and that's like my main league, the one that I'm in with like.
Yeah.
So it definitely makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
find having comms, it's always fun to go back on YouTube and like watch your race
And
stuff.
check it out from a different perspective.
Right.
It looks like we have 12 drivers today.
I think so, somewhere around there. 10, 12.
So what do you think so far looking at this lineup?
Well, of these guys, I've raced with. I think I've only raced with about 4 of them.
And they are who?
Space Cowboy, Bro Controller, Hochi, and McLaren, I believe.
And everybody else is either part of the merger or new.
Yeah, I believe so. Domingo, I think he might have. I might have raced with him too. I can't remember. The league was still pretty new in my mind. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the drivers they have.
Do you have any? You have.
Before the merge.
Who do you think can grab the pole here?
Um, I mean, I know Space Cowboy can be quick, um, just from racing with him. Uh, and Pro Controller, I've seen him be pretty quick before too. Tochi's got a lot of potential. I believe he just started using the wheel
Right.
this past week, so yeah, there's a lot of potential there for improvement and for him to get quicker and get some results.
So we're on board with Milk Laren, and he's just starting his hot lap. Let's see where he puts it on the grid. Oh, braking nice and late for turn one. Where do you brake on turn one here?
Where the brake assist tells me.
Fair enough.
I try to pull out as far to the left on the curb as I comfortably can.
Widen it out.
Yeah, just get as much of a wide run into the turn, just so I can hit that accelerator as early as possible.
Which is so important for the next part, because if you want to be full throttle all the way down to turn 3, you can.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think this track gets a lot of flack for being not great at overtaking, but when you look at those little details like you're just mentioning, if you can be that person that does go flat out from turn 1, 2, and then into 3, that could be a passing opportunity.
Right. I mean, like, this kind of racing is a lot more unpredictable, I think, really, than, like, the real thing.
Right.
Just where all the cars are equal, and...
Mistakes are going to happen.
Right. Like, in Formula 1, you got 20 guys that are all world-class drivers that are going to beat anyone else in the world that gets in that car.
Right.
Whereas here you have... It's
got
just a mixed bag, and there's going to be guys, like, anyone can overtake anywhere, really. I mean, I would recommend it. But.
I'm with you. I agree with what you're saying. This track gets a lot of flack for being one where it doesn't really promote a lot of overtaking opportunities, but if you apply the pressure on somebody, and if you're patient, mistakes are going to happen, whether that be getting a little bit too liberal with the throttle, or putting a wheel on the curb, and I think we're going to see a lot of overtakes here, actually.
Yeah, I agree. There's there's a lot of spots on this track where you can really get it right or you can really get it wrong.
Right.
Late in sector 1, there's that the chicane, the quick, like the sweeping S turn there.
Yep.
That you hit that curb and you're on the throttle too much, you're
gonna just turn around.
Same as in the last sector after the hairpin, you go up and there's that quick left and it turns into a long right-hander.
Yep.
You take that quick left too hard on the curb or have too much throttle going through it, you're gonna spin there too. So there's a lot of spots on this track where you can really lose a lot of time.
Right.
And where other guys are going to make a couple of time.
Yeah, I think this race is going to be one of attrition in a way, in terms of consistency. Whoever can be the most consistent here.
Yeah, for
sure. I think this is going to have a chance to take it. Oh, as Domingos goes wide.
In that respect, it is a tough track. There's tracks that you do, but there's not a lot of spots where you can really mess up your lap bad. But this track, there's at least 2.
Oh, and looks like Toshi Desu spun on his outlap. Not a big deal on the outlap. Alright, someone's coming around. Who is this? Beeman. Oh, he's going into the pit. So it looks like we've got 2 guys that are finishing up on Sector 3. They're going to start their hot lap. That's Nico, John, and Pro Controller. So we'll go on board with them. Actually, no. It was Domingos. He went into the pit, but we're on board with both controller. Nice and easy on the brake there.
A little wide out of the second half.
A little bit. You gotta love that Haas Ferrari engine note.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so late on the brake there. A lot later than me. So it looks like Nico John. Oh, and he goes wide. I don't think that lap's going to count anymore. So now we'll go on board with Nico John. So it looks like we're on board with Nico John, but it looks like the two Renaults and one, what is that, a Williams? Also on a hot lap. That looks nice and tidy through there. This one's tricky.
Mediums too.
We got through there just fine. What do you think the strategy is going to be today in terms of tire strategy and pit strategy?
I'd say I've been in Spain a long time. It's always really safe to go medium hard.
The one-stopper.
Guaranteed one stop. But there's always guys that are going to be able to stretch out a soft hard and even a soft medium. There's almost every track on this game. Like if you're really good at saving your tires,
Yeah.
get away with a soft medium strategy.
How do you?
A couple that's not going to happen.
What? Any tricks to saving tires?
Don't be so hard on the wheel.
Right.
Or on the stick if you're using the pad. Like if you have the stick, pushed all the way over to the left, say around a left-handed turn.
Yeah, it's full steering lock.
Throttle, like you feel it in the controller, like with the feedback,
right,
or the rumble or whatever. Like the more of that rumble you feel, the harder you're being on your tires. So
right.
if you can be lighter on the throttle and be lighter on the wheel, you're going to save your tires. And a lot of coasting also helps, as opposed to like hard braking.
Right.
But yeah, and I'm probably not the best person to talk about tire wear because I'm terrible for tire wear. I'm always going full throttle, full beans, all the time.
It's hard to hold back when you got such capable machines. Let's see if with the McLaren.
Williams looking pretty good here. Had a purple sector.
Yep, and he puts it in P3. Nice lap. Who else is out there on their laps?
Seaman in the Renault's just 30.
Pro controller also improved this time. I think he's on another lap here. Man, and this sector 3 is so tricky.
It is. It's one of the tougher sectors in the game, in my opinion.
And it's so easy to lose time.
Yeah.
You can get caught up. Well, that. Yep, and as Pro controller here's crossing the line. And he does not improve his time. But yeah, that last chicane is so tricky. And it's one of those where it just looks so inviting. It wants to be attacked, and you want to attack hard. But if you attack too much, you're going to lose time. So you have to strike the right balance there of taking it easy while pushing. Okay, who's this P-Man? He's jumping into the pits. Who else is... Oh... and Nico John. He spins, breaks swing. So much for that hot lap. Domingo's there in P4.
As well. I think he's looking at second down.
Let's see if he can improve. We're on board. And that one is another one that it's so tricky.
Yeah. If you hit that turn just right, you don't even need to brake, but you have to really hit it just right.
Yeah, it has to be just perfect.
You know, a thousandth of a second too late or too early, and you're either going kitty litter or you're gonna
spin. Yeah. And Hochi's going into the pit. Okay. So it looks like everybody's getting ready for their final runs. We'll go on board with who else is out there? Domingos. How's it going, Remco? Renee. I believe it's Renee, right? Renee's saying hi in the chat. I'll let you know who's saying what in the chat. Yeah, so everybody's in the pits then.
That would be a guy to ask about
how to take wet corners.
Yeah.
You could ask him, but I don't think he's gonna tell. I've tried.
No. I was in a lobby with him yesterday, and like Hungary's not my best track, but like I can get around the track pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, you're no slouch.
He was, I think, 3 seconds a lap faster than I was. I just couldn't understand what he was doing.
And he's got he's got insane car control too, and he's got a really high race IQ.
Yeah, for sure. Really quick driver. If there's anyone in P1 that's quicker than him, then that's terrifying.
He might have a good run for his money, but for that, you're gonna have to stay tuned for tomorrow's race.
Yeah, that's right. There was another guy in the lobby there yesterday. It was really quick. See you later.
Oh, he's quick too. Yeah, I'm excited because with the merger, we've got a big group of drivers, and we are in 2 different tiers, 2 different divisions, but the action is going to be separated by seemingly nothing.
Right. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of really close races.
And we're on board with Nico John here for his hot lap. He's on just getting through turn 1. Let's see if he can improve. He hasn't even set a time. He's in P10.
No, he looked like he was going pretty quick when he was on the track before. I don't know if he got into the dirt.
He must have put a wheel on the grass because he ended up losing control and losing the front wing. But it won't matter here if he can set a good time. Let's see what happens. Nice, neat and tidy through there. Nice and easy through the sweeping right-hander. A bit of a lockup, but he gets away with it. Here we go, where so much time can be made up or lost. And now he's coming down on a run to the final line. Yeah, P5.
Good job.
Not even less than a tenth above Hochi.
He's putting the car exactly where he needs to put it. The only thing I think he could do is maybe be a little more aggressive
Right.
on the throttle.
Right.
But I mean, like I say, like this car is exactly where it needs to be every turn. So,
Yeah, he's keeping it neat and tidy. And not quite on, didn't look like it was quite on the ragged edge, but that puts him in a good position for the race. So
yeah, for sure.
better than putting a wheel on the grass and not being able to set a time.
Right.
Who's on a hot lap now? It looks like Bayman will be finishing this lap. Maybe one more.
Domingo just set. He's half a second up on his fastest lap, and he set a purple second sector.
Okay. So he's in P4.
Pretty good here. See how he hits the chicane.
Oh, he's giving it everything.
Yeah, good on the throttle. A little late still.
Oh, P5.
Up to third.
Oh, and he also, yeah, Domingo's up to third. Who else is on a lap? Okay, so now I'm on board with Pro Controller. He's in the last chicane.
I think G-Man might be on a hot lap. There he is. He's only about 7/100.
Well, on Pro Controller, just crosses the line, but he doesn't improve. He's still in P8. It's right on board with Steinmine. He's been pretty quick all session. He doesn't improve though on his time. He's still in P2. So now we're on board with Seaman.
Yeah, he's a little slower than his previous hot lap, but he can make that up here.
Pretty quick through there. Oh, no, he's going to jump into the pit. So let's see, we'll go on board with Domingos. I think he might jump into the pit. Yeah, he had already set his lap. We'll go on board with... Okay. Well, I'm on board with Bro Controller here. He's about to finish his lap. The only issue is he's got 4 laps on these hards, so they don't have a whole lot of grip. Yeah, he doesn't improve. He's in P8. We'll go on board with Stein. Oh, and he breaks loose. And what could have been an improvement is out the window. He remains in P2. And it looks like Canino takes pole. Because what is he, 6/10 behind? Roughly?
Yeah, roughly.
He could have easily lost that in that moment. I think that's everybody. I mean, technically, I think Canino still has to finish this lap since he finished it before, but he's probably going to throw it into the pits. It's unfortunate for Shep. Shep, it looks like he was trying the alternate tire strategy, which could have paid a lot of dividends in the race, but it's a long race.
Oh yeah, especially with only 10 guys, it's not.
He's not in P20.
Yeah, he will have that advantage of being able to pick his tire, or at least, well, no, he won't be able to pick his tire, but he'll be able to start in the mediums. That could prove advantageous for sure.
Yeah, because everybody else, 1 through 9, they're going to have to start on the softs.
Right.
So this may end up working out for him, strangely.
All right, so our top 10 for the preseason Spanish Grand Prix. We got Canino coming in pole. Steinmine, I'm going to say, is second. Domingo third. Nerange in fourth. Thiemann fifth. Nico John, Pochi Dessou, Pro Controller, McLaren, and Space Cowboy rounding up the top 10. 4.5 seconds separate the drivers. Canino rapid pole lap, half a second up. That's really impressive.
Yeah, so this is going to be then the grid for the race. One second separating the top four. And some people didn't even get clean laps in, so...
Right, yeah, it should be close.
Should be a good race.
Definitely a close race for the podium, I would think.
Yeah, for those that are joining us, this is the Performance Racing League Development Tier Preseason Testing Race. Welcome. We're at Spain. We're going to do a 50% race. Is your screen looking at the pits right now?
Yep.
I just love it how they replace like the real drivers' names with the guys.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have 10 seconds until we get to the grid. And here we go. They're off. They're there for Formation Lap, yeah.
Have any predictions? I assume you've probably raced with a few of these guys.
You know, I'm familiar with Canino, Steinmine, Hochi. The rest of the guys are from the other group, but I know Canino. He can be incredibly quick.
Yeah, he's
consistent.
Definitely looking quick and quality.
But Steinmine's right behind him. And one second in terms of pace, I feel, I mean, it is a big difference, but in terms of the top four, how they are separated by, I think it was a little bit less than a second. Yeah. Anything can happen, because all you have to do is put a wheel wrong, like we saw on Steinmine's, his last hot lap. You can lose about a second. So it's anybody's for the taking.
We're watching for Space Cowboy to try to work his way up from the back of the pack as well. I know he's definitely got some pace when he does get on the track.
Well, I think for him the key is going to be to he's on a harder compound.
Right.
So the tire's not going to have as much grip, but if he can stay with everybody and stay within that DRS and just get pulled along, so to speak, he's going to have the clear air when everyone does jump into the pits.
Right.
You know, I'm thinking a lot of people are going to try for a one stop, but it's going to be very, very difficult, especially to start that soft tire.
It is going to be tough, especially like the heat in Spain too.
Right.
Those tires heat up a lot more.
That and all the sweeping corners, you're
right.
punishing those tires.
Yeah, it's going to eat up those softs.
I think people are going to try for the one stop, but may have to go in for the two, and I think that then is where Shep can make up a ton of places in the race.
Yeah.
All right, lights on at the grid. And lights off. Away we go. Canino gets a good jump. But so does Stein, and he's right inside of him.
Yeah,
turn one.
Stein's good.
Oh, and they give each other just enough space.
Yeah. Good bit of respect there.
Oh, and it looks like the Alpha went wide. Oh man, there's a pile up in turn two. It looks like Domingo and Hochi got caught up there, and Hochi's lost the wing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Domingo looks like he spun, but he's still continuing. We'll go back to the leader here.
good for his teammate. Nico John makes up 3 positions. And Space Cowboy as well is already up 3 positions.
And Domingos was in such a great spot. That's unfortunate. But yeah, good call, yeah. Already Shep has made 3 positions, so... And he looks like he's going to take another. But he tucks that behind Broken.
The predicted pit stop strategy, they do have it showing as a 2-stop. Either soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium, hard. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see who does what. Safety car here too, so they're definitely
yep, safety car's been called.
They'll be saving some tires here. If Shep takes care of his tires, Space Cowboy takes care of his tires, he can turn this into a 1-stop easily, medium to hard.
Yeah, this whole safety car is a blessing in disguise for anyone doing a 1-stopper. Oh! Yeah. And it looks like Will Flair gets loose at a turn, the final turn. He breaks his wing. He's lucky we earned a safety car. He'll be able to jump back into the pits and not lose too much time. But it looks like a lot of people actually are in the pits. Nero is in the pits. Broken is in the pits. Hochi is in the pits to replace his wing. And he's going to throw on the mediums.
A lot of guys got caught up there in that first turn. There's probably a lot of guys losing in plates and,
right,
you know, maybe losing their entire wing.
And you need your downforce for this track, so.
Oh god, yes.
So many high-speed corners. So we've got Canino in P1, followed by Sideline, followed by Nico John, followed by Beeman in the Renault, Chef Space Cowboy in the Ferrari, Domingos in the Racing Point, Bill Flaring in the Renault. He's in Q7, but I think he's going to pit for a wing. Pro Controller in 8th, the Hawk. Nero in 9th, the Williams, and Hochi in 10th in the AlphaTauri. He's hustling around the track and trying to get back to the safety car queue.
Be interesting to see the Owen Beeman gets a 5-second penalty.
Oh, he touched. It was just the slightest of touches. And you can, if you get a good enough jump, you can, it's a long straightaway. You can pass. If you're in P2 and someone like Stein, you can use that slipstream and maybe get by.
Right.
Now, I'm starting to wonder then when we're going to start to see people on the soft tire go in.
Not seeing any blistering yet.
Yeah, terminal. Can you go into your audio settings and turn up your mic audio a little bit? Some of the guys are saying they can't hear you that well. You know how? Okay, so the safety car is going to be in this lap.
That should be a little better.
Oh yeah, that's better. Say something profound so the guys can hear you.
5-second penalty again. Another collision with Nico John.
So profound. All right. See, that's what I'm talking about in terms of the consistency and to try to not make mistakes, because those kinds of mistakes are going to cost you time.
Right.
Okay, as the safety car goes into the pits. And Nina's away. Okay.
Yeah, he got a good jump.
He got a good jump, yeah. Stein will be all over the overtake. And everyone's getting through turn 1. I'm on board with Shep, and he gets past Nico John. Good move. Yeah, he took advantage of those mistakes.
These Ferraris are looking good.
We might even see, yeah, Ferrari podium. On board with Steinmine, just behind Canino and the Ferrari.
Be a welcome sight for any Ferrari fans here.
You can say that again, man. That's my favorite team.
That hurts.
It does hurt, trust me. Oh, and it looks like someone's got off. Domingo lost a couple spots there. I wonder what happened. Hochi Base was back up to 6. So, again, we're seeing that the safety car can change the strategy completely. He's on the better race tire. He got a great jump. He's up to 6. And it's looking like Hochi might be going on to the hard tires a little bit later on. And Hochi's right behind Bro Controller 5th.
Yeah, he's all over him.
Yeah, well, I'm on board with Hochi. Oh, and Bro Controller goes a bit wide. And he gets a time penalty for extended track limits there.
Hoshi's patient, so he'll get him in the gear.
Oh, and as we say that, Shep went off track, and he lost P3. And if he spun around, oh, now he's lost P4 and P5. Everybody's making away with that. Yeah, if he spun and lit those rear tires up, he's not going to have any grip. Oh, and Nero would go try to make a move. But he just about holds him off. He's fought so hard to make up those positions to get the clear air. He's not going to let go of that easily.
Hochi's got broken. Yeah, Hochi's up to 4th.
Oh, and broken. Went wide. And, wow, Shep is going into the pits. I wonder if we'll go onto the hard tires. That would be a 27, 28 lap stint.
He must have a time penalty. 5 seconds. They're switching that front wing too. Yeah, he had lost his front right end plate.
That's
He's
unfortunate.
on to another set of mediums.
So he's going to go for the two-stopper. Yeah. So we're on board with Stein. He's 6/10 behind Canino. They have gotten away from the rest of the pack. They're about 6 seconds clear.
Yep.
Another great battle on track is for 6th. We've got McLaren right behind Pro Controller. So right now chasing down the Haas. The Pro Controller's starting to increase the gap just a bit by 2 tenths. We'll go back to Steinmine in 2nd. Canino, I think, is fundamentally a great driver, very consistent. So it'll be tough to get the better of him here, but Stein can make something happen. He's got to push.
Yeah, Stein looks like he's really quick in some areas, but just the consistency of he hasn't even hit the wrong all race. But,
oh, and he got a little bit wide. He gets away with it though.
He's on the track. I think he has the potential to get there.
But I mean, look at these deltas. If you're looking at the deltas, I mean, they're at almost exactly the same pace. 53.9. We got a real race on our hands here for P1.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, but he doesn't lose out too much. He's all over the big button there. Now Canino he's completely used up all of his overtake. So Stein still got about 20% here. He can make something happen here. And Nico John jumped into the pits. So he's finally getting off those soft tires. So now it's just the front two runners on the soft tires. Now this is going to be interesting because Stein will be able to react to whatever Canino does. And he could try for the undercut or the overcut. And it can work because right now, you know, he's right behind him and he's tucked in his dirty air and he's probably losing a tenth or two.
Right. He could even take the initiative.
And go for the undercut.
You know, yeah, like kind of gauge where his tires are at and come in a lap early, assuming Canino is going to come in the following lap and go for the undercut that way.
Canino stays out. And Stein decides not to jump into the pit right just yet. So while they're on the straightaway, we'll look at the rest of the field. We got Hochi Desu in third, 14 seconds behind. Broken Control in fourth in the Haas. McLaren in fifth in the Renault. Domingos in sixth in the Racing Point. Feeman in seventh in the Renault. Nero in eighth in the Williams. Shep, Space Cowboy in ninth. In the Ferrari, and Nico John in 10th. Now he's on the hard, so it looks like Nico John's going to go all the way to the end. We'll go back on board with Stein. And again, there's nothing between them. So this is their 8th lap on the softs, and that doesn't even include the qualifying laps.
Right.
So these tires are just...
It's going to be close here. Gets a 3-second time penalty for the warrant cutting, too.
Oh, and he's just about there. Look how close he is. This is really great racing with these guys, giving each other plenty of respect. You've got to think that he's going to jump into the pits.
Yeah, Canino's going to get into the pits.
And they're both going to go in.
Oh, they're both going in. Come back out into traffic too, probably around where Pro Controller is.
So we'll see, yeah. Hochi Desu looks like he'll be taking the lead here. And they hold their positions during the pits. And now we have Hochi Desu in P1.
Race leader, Hochi Desu.
So, considering what happened on turn 1, lap 1, or whatever that was, turn 2, it's not a bad drive.
Yeah, he's looking good for a podium.
If he can keep this pace, he can definitely get on the podium here. Let's go back to the race for, I would say this is the race for the effective lead. It's really P2, Canino, with Stein just behind in the Red Bull. This is turning out to be quite the battle.
Yeah, really, really close racing.
Yeah. Let's consider some change in the positions low down on the grid. Oh, and it looks like Feeman, he spun. Feeman spun. He's clipped his wing. Oh. He's losing that rear end again. Meanwhile, in P1, it's still Hochi. Yeah, Canino in P2. Stein is just behind him in P3. So this is where it starts to get interesting because now they're going to catch the leader who's on a different strategy. So they've got a little bit of traffic. How they get, assuming they're going to get past Hochi here, which looks to be the case because he's on 8-lap-old mediums. How they get around Hochi could determine here the race win.
That's right. And to be fair, they're all, basically everyone in the field except maybe Nico John still have a pit stop.
Right.
So
it's anybody's for the taking.
You could almost argue that Hochi is net leader at the moment.
He is.
Well,
was.
But he's definitely in good shape for a podium.
Oh, and it looks like Beeman has retired from the session. So that's a DNF for Beeman. That's unfortunate. Okay, so Camino and Stein get by Hochi. Yeah, that was a nice overtake by Canino.
Yeah.
Using all that DRS to his advantage. Okay. So I'm on board with Camino. He's out of overtake. So Stein is, 8 tenths behind. He's giving it everything on the overtake. It's not enough. This is another great opportunity for Hochi to stay with these guys. Just stay with them. Stay in that slipstream. Try to stay in that DRS.
Yep.
That'll help him build a gap for an exit. Yeah, exactly. For a pit stop. Alright, so he's back on board with Stein. Oh, and Bro Controller went off. We missed it, but Bro Controller went off. He went off in the tight left-hander. I believe it's turn 5. So yeah, now we've got a safety car, and yeah, I mean, we're on lap 12. Oh man, that is yeah, that's unfortunate for me. It's so strict with the deltas in terms of the virtual safety car. But after what happened to Charles Leclerc in 2012, it's for good reason. Or excuse me, not Charles Leclerc, Jules Bianchi.
Right.
Now, I would have thought that Stein or Canino might have jumped in the pits there, trying to get onto tire for the rest of the race, but that was a very quick virtual safety car.
Yeah, they'd be smart to try to stretch these mediums out as long as they can.
Right.
Hope to maybe come in around lap, say, 23, 24, from stop.
Ideally, that's the way you want to end the race, right?
Yeah. And it shouldn't be that difficult to stretch these mediums out that far either.
And as you're saying that, Shep Space Cowboy's gone to the pits. He's going for the softs. So his strategy's changed up a bit. Now he's on full attack mode. Steinmine, 7 tenths behind Canino. Canino gets a great jump out of that last turn. Yeah, nice lap. Oh, and he's making a run. He's making a run. He might be able to get in there on the inside. Not quite close enough.
Doing a good job of staying with him.
He really is. It's not easy on the track in the dirty air either.
Oh.
That's a turn where Bro Controller went off, it looks like. flat out through there. Gotta love it. So we'll go on board with Stein. He is just right behind Canino. He's staying with him.
Gets a good exit out of the chicane. He's going to have a shot on the straight.
It's got to be a clean exit. But you see Canino, he's just so good with that exit. He's been up all of the track.
Dropped it in the air.
Canino just hit the fastest lap, 121.002. So far he's got an answer for everything Stein's doing.
Yeah.
But that's up until so far. I mean, we're only halfway into the race. Ochi's staying within 7 seconds of the lead. He's doing a great job in P3.
Yeah, and he's also maintaining that gap of around 11 to 12 seconds on Domingo too.
Yeah, exactly. So he's in the net P3 on merit there. You know, I just saw him talking about how he was doing, you know, a ton of laps. I think he said like 50 laps, and you can see it here, P3. So good for him.
Yeah, real good drive.
Okay, and it looks like Nero jumped into the pits. I think he might be serving that drive-through. Or no, he's actually switched to the hard.
So he's finishing the race on that.
Yeah. Now Stein mine. Yeah, Nero comes out of the pits just in front of these guys, so they're going to have some traffic to get through here. And Hochi had already, he started on the stops, so I think Stein's up soon. And Hochi can go on a one stop. Hochi already stopped, so he'll also be on the two stop. They get through the traffic just fine. And it's remarkable because he's still 7 tenths, 8 tenths behind him.
Yeah. Neither of them are put wrong.
They're really
he
not.
Dropped out of DRS there 2 laps ago.
He's back.
He's pulled himself back in.
I think, you know, what happens on a track like this, it's so tough on the tires, is, you know, you can push one lap, but then you lose a little bit of grip for the next. Maybe the car in front of you is the opposite, right? And then you're fluctuating back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah.
And just the way Canino gets everything on that curve on the exit, and he always gets a great getaway there. So Hochi's going in. He's going into the pits. At this point, he might go into the hard tire, it looks like, or the medium. Oh no, he's going for the hard.
Yeah, that's probably his
He's going
best
for the
bet.
distance. That's a safe bet. That's a safe bet.
I mean, it's possible to stretch those mediums out 16 laps. I mean, he just drove 14 on his last set.
Yeah, we don't have the telemetry on the wear, but you don't want to end up bidding it because you're too aggressive on the tire strategy either.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're on board with Steinmine, and again, he's right there, 1.2 seconds behind. No advantage to either one with the tires. How's it going, Kiwita?
I think what he's going to need to do is try to build up that ERS to about 50 or 60%.
Yeah, but the thing is, how do you build up the RS when you're trying to keep up?
Right.
And Canino's just the fastest lap at 120.935 on the medium.
Canino's making it tough.
Nice. What's up, Blake? Hi. Yeah, we got a pretty good race on our hands here. So let's go into Shep, who's on the different strategy here. He's on the softs. He's 19 seconds behind Nico. We'll see what he can do from here. But it's been a tough race for him so far. We're back on board with Stein. I'm gonna hop back on to Canino here. So, and Canino gets a little bit wide there. He lost at least 2-3 tenths here. And that puts Stein right back into the DRS range.
Yep. He stays in DRS.
Oh, and he gets a bit of gravel there, but he's still got the DRS.
If he hits that overtake,
And he's done kind of what you were saying, saving up some overtake. And Shep's in the pits. Oh, he's going to replace the front wing again. That's unfortunate. He's losing time there. He's going to jump onto the hards. So he'll be going till the end. So if you're just joining us, thank you for joining. This is the Performance Racing League Development Tier Preseason Testing Race number 1. Starting a new season. In P1 we got Canino in the Ferrari. P2 we've got Steinmine just a second behind in the Red Bull. P3 we've got Domingos in the Racing Point. P4 we got Hochi with a great drive so far. He's in the AlphaTauri. P5 we've got Milk Laren in the Renault. Oh, and looks like Canino's got another 3-second time penalty for track limits. Nico John in P6 in the Racing Point. Nero in P7 in the Williams. Shep, Space Cowboy in P8 in the Ferrari. And Broken Controller and Demon in 9th and 10th respectively after a DNFing out of the race, unfortunately. So we're back on board Stein in P2.
if Stein keeps it clean for the rest of the race and stays, all he needs to do is stay within 6 seconds with Canino. Canino's got 2 so far.
Right. Right, and it's so tough with the strict limits, but you almost have to, right? Make sure no one gets an advantage. Oh, and Space Cowboy gets a penalty as well for track limits. So it really is anybody's to take it. And these guys are just using every bit of track. I mean, you can see where the pace comes from when you're on board with these guys. So now I'm wondering what's going to happen, because at this point they could go. Now they can still go to the end on another set of mediums, but I think they're going to try to go for what you were saying, those soft tires. None of these guys are going to want to give an advantage to the other. Oh, and Steinmine gets a 3-second penalty. Oh, and he's going to go for the undercut. Steinmine's jumping into the pit. Canino just sets the fastest lap, so man, it's going to be tough. You're trying to undercut someone who's putting in the fastest lap, but another set of mediums. So they're going to go on They're going to go on counter strategies here. I think Canino's going to try to go for the soft.
Yeah, that could put the advantage in Stein's hands because Stein's going to get a lot more fresh laps. He's these tires.
He might jump up here, but yeah, Canino's gonna be on the faster tire. We're gonna have a nice race finish on our hands here.
Yeah.
How's it going, Line Rugby? Saying hi to everybody in the chat. So now I wonder what Canino does here. What do you do here? Do you react or do you push to your target? 2-3 more laps. What do you think?
Myself, I'd probably just keep pushing on the mediums, try to stretch them out as much as I can, and then...
Even if that means you're going to get jumped in the pit stop?
Right, yeah, because then he's going to have a solid, 8, 9, maybe 10 laps to just drive on the ragged edge
Full
on
attack.
those softs.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I always prefer to do that personally, just because I like driving the car as fast and aggressively as I possibly can. So.
Yeah, that and at the end of the race, you're not carrying much fuel, so those soft tires are going to go for a lot longer.
Yeah.
So we'll go on board with Canino because he's got to keep it as tidy as possible. He doesn't want to lose any time, any more than he has to on those older tires. How long would you say that? How much time do you lose in a pit stop here? What would you estimate? Got to be close to 20 seconds, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any tracks where it's under 20, but it usually seems to be about 20 to 25 seconds.
So,
Spain has a pretty straight pit lane. Like you're not jumping through hoops to get into the pit like with some tracks.
But Canino opts to stay out. But you can see that Steinmeier is cutting into that lead just a bit.
Yeah, he's taking a half a second to
And Shep gets another penalty.
For Stein, what happened?
Someone's gone off. Who was that?
Stein has retired.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He's gone off in Sector 3.
It looked like his car ran out of gas.
No, I think he might have gone off, and I'm not sure what happened there. We don't have that on.
He was. I was riding along with him. He was coming up to the final chicane, and the car it's like it stopped, and he rolled through the turn and into the dirt.
And parallel to, or echoes of the Charles Leclerc incident in the real race.
Right.
Oh, his controller disconnected. That's unfortunate.
That hurts. He was driving really well.
So we were talking about Hochi having a good race, and he's 48 seconds behind, but he's in P2.
Right, yeah, he's on pace for being on that second step.
Yeah, that would be a great result for Hochi, especially with all the practice he's been doing.
Great for the confidence too.
Right.
You get a result like that after putting a lot of practice. It makes you want to practice and race more and get better, get quicker.
And he's going to build on that. He's going to continue building on that. Yeah, we're gonna have a system set up with promotion and relegation. So these guys are gonna be fighting with everything to try to get back into the top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were tipping back. They've had not a whole lot separating them in terms of pace.
Consistency, the cleanliness, and the quickness all around. Really good driver. Hochi's up 3/10 on his quickest lap of the race as well.
Not bad considering he's on hards. I'm on board with Hochi here. But now, see, this is where it's going to start to get interesting because Domingos is in P3, and he's 1.6 behind on the faster tire.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he was just 3 seconds behind last lap, so he's definitely getting better.
But see, Hochi's on the hards, and even if the hards are on 6 laps in, they're going to hold out so much better than his medium. I feel like if Hochi can hold off for say 3 or 4 laps, he can. That'll be the toughest part to holding him behind him.
Right, and it's going to be just now within this lap, the next couple laps, where it takes a few laps for them to get really
up to temperature.
in a sweet spot.
Yeah. And as you say that, Canino had just jumped into the pit, so now he's on the soft tire and he's going to go to the end. Look at him, he's right behind him. Now it looks like Hoji's going to get the podium, but the real question is he going to be able to hang on for second? And this is one of those situations that, everyone, I think, you think of being in a situation like this, and what would I do when I'm in that situation? And we're about to find out with Hoji. Oh, and Domingos goes down the inside.
Domingo breaks late.
Oh, but Hoji cuts back. Really smart driving from Hoji. That was really heads-up driving from Hoji. Nice move.
Yeah, good cutback.
You know, sometimes when you see that guy on your tail, and he's jumping down to the inside, and you know that the guy's going to try to outbrake you, sometimes it is better just to brake a little bit early, let the guy outbrake himself, and just cut back to the inside and pass it by.
Yeah, that's right.
So
The further you get into the season, the more you're going to know all your competitors' driving styles, and you're going to be able to think like, oh, this guy's behind me, he's definitely going to dive. Just stay outside, keep it clean, let him lose his time instead of me trying to.
Right, because you go in there side by side, and you're losing a lot of time. So really, really nice racecraft from Hoji. That's a high IQ play there. And he's making it happen, Hoji, because if he can keep him behind for another 2, 3 laps, 4 laps, those mediums will start to go away. And then they'll be on similar grip levels. But great racing. I mean, you can see these guys are, right next to each other, but giving each other plenty of room, plenty of respect.
And I mean, you got to do that too. Like you're going to race these guys. You got 22 races coming up. You don't want to. You don't want to be over aggressive with the guy.
And Domingos gets
dirt.
He gets past him in turn 1 with the DRS, but Hoji comes back at him again, keeping it tidy, keeping it consistent, and it's paying off. And he goes down the inside of the block. Nice defensive move there, making this car as wide as possible within reason. As Nico John gets a penalty. Danino's running away with the lead in P1, building the gap. But we got a great battle here for P2. Nero gets another penalty. Nero's trying to unlap himself here.
Hopefully that doesn't affect this battle for podium place.
Yeah, you hope not, but we'll see here. Luckily we have Ghost enough for that. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. And Nero will get away and shouldn't be too much of a distraction here.
He is almost off.
Oh, and Domingos.
There it is.
Those mediums are starting to go away. We were talking about that. And Hoji will be breathing a sigh of relief here.
Yeah, he'll be able to relax now.
I mean, and you could see we went on board with him, and his overtake was at 0, so he was giving it everything.
Surprising because Domingo's overtakes at 90%.
Well, he was trying to save up some overtake to have plenty in the bank, so to speak, for the final few laps.
Yeah.
But that hasn't ended up paying off here.
Keep it clean. Still get that podium, which is still a great. That's what I want.
but he'll be just beside himself knowing that he could have popped the P2.
Yeah, he might be kicking himself a little bit there.
But still a great showing of pace there by Domingos. And I'm just so impressed by Hochi here. You know, Hochi, who says, you know, in his own words that this is, you know, not his favorite track, but he put that to the side, he put in the work, he was doing time trials like no other, and look at him up here in P2.
Yeah, he's putting some crowds of life here.
So we'll run through the order here. We've got Canino in the Ferrari in P1, Hochi in the AlphaTauri in P2, Domingos in the Racing Point in P3, McLaren in P4 in the Renault, Nico John P5 in the Racing Point, Nero in the Williams P6, and Shep in the Ferrari P7. And now the battle that looks to be brewing is for P6. We got Space Cowboy Shep, what is it, 1.6 behind?
Yeah, Shep up.
Oh, and Nero's, he's gone wide.
He didn't have to fight for it.
He went wide. And
He
it's...
doesn't want to build a gap. He's definitely, Chevy's got the team. Corner to the penalty, so he's going to try to build that gap on Nero as much as he can.
That and Nero's got the faster tire. Now I wonder if Nero got any wing damage here, but he looks like he just about got away with it. Yep, he still got his end plates there. And so far we've had 3 DNFs. So Steinlein DNF in Sector 3 in the Red Bull when he was just behind Canino for P1. Pro Controller in P9 DNF in the Haas, and Beeman also DNF in the Renault. So we'll go on board with Canino. And going on board with Canino, it becomes apparent where, you know, he finds all this pace. Braking as late as possible. Using just about all the tracks. Full throttle to turn 3. Oh, and Shep is out. Shep is out. He lost control in the fast right-hander. We'll go on board with McLaren, but this is the same turn here that Shep just went out on. And you can see him on the right there. Man, it's just not Shep's day today.
I've definitely went out of some Spanish Grand Prix on that turn.
I think everybody has.
If you get a little bit too aggressive through there, then right at the end when you hit that outside curve, it's just like you're on ice.
Or even that in the gravel. If you touch the gravel there.
Right, yeah.
So Canino's cruising away in P1, 40 seconds ahead. And he's just fine today. Today really has been a great race by Canino.
Yeah, really great driving.
And Hochi in P2, on board with Hochi. And he's keeping it neat and tidy. He's doing everything he has to do to hold on to that P2.
Back within 5 seconds.
He has. So Hochi should be able to hold on to this, assuming he doesn't make any mistakes. But that's easier said than done when you see someone coming up behind you.
Right.
So this will be a real test for Hochi if he can withstand the pressure that's being applied right now from behind. Because even as we've been talking about this, closed the gap by roughly almost a second already. And Domingos must be giving it absolutely everything because he's already on 10 lap old medium. They shouldn't be this fast. She's able to keep him still 4 seconds behind. But you can see Domingos is faster through that uphill right sweeping corner.
Yeah.
He closed at least 2/10 there. But he loses a bit here. Yeah, Zap. It does look like signs up saying penalties could be the difference here between these positions, and he's right. So Domingos makes up another second there. So Domingos started the last lap about 5 seconds behind, and now he's 2.5 seconds behind. So he can still make it happen. Hochi, meanwhile, is pretty much out of overtake, so there's no advantage there with overtake. He's cut the lead. Domingos has cut that lead down by another second already.
The inaugural.
So there it is, yep. Canino and P1. Great drive by Canino. We'll go on board with Domingos.
Yeah,
1.3 behind Hochi. This is the battle for P2. Oh, and he locks up. But he's doing everything possible to get up there. Doesn't look like he's gonna be able to do enough to get by him. It's just too late.
Yeah, he's on the track.
And he ends up he's 3.5 tenths behind. Wow, 0.329. So that's Hochi in P2. Domingos in P3. We're on board with McLaren, P4. He's finishing his lap. Nico John in P5 in the Racing Point finishing his lap. And that's going to be a wrap for the first race.
Driver of the day, Hochi Desu.
Great drive by Hochi. You know, we had some really great battles, especially early in the race.
Yeah, good competitive racing here for sure. There's it's broken up into a couple, different groups that among the guys that are, there's definitely no one that's like far and away getting left behind or like all alone anymore.
Who were you impressed by today?
Definitely Canino and Stein. Just world-class driving. And Hochi did a great job to get that podium.
I'm with you there. I think Canino earned that win today. Stein was right there, so I'm looking forward to the battles that are going to be happening, for the remainder of season 1. Hochi, P2 in the first race. Consider me very, very impressed there. But I've also got to say that I thought that Shep was doing a great drive until he went off a couple of times. I think even on the first lap he started P10 on the mediums, so he was on the better race tire.
Yeah.
And he got up to P7 within the first few turns or something like that.
Yeah, he blew right past the accident there, first turn.
Yeah, well, we're going to be looking forward to their battles for the remainder of the season. Next week we will be at Australia, and tomorrow we will be streaming the race for Tier 1. That's going to be commentated by Shep. That's going to be at 12:45 Eastern Time tomorrow, Sunday.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
And
should be a good one.
That'll be the end of this broadcast. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks, Terminal.
Yeah, right on.